The same people mad that no one seems to care about the Charlie Kirk event are now declaring war on Americans. They're saying to the left that this is war, and my question is, if we don't know who the shooter is, why are you declaring war against this imaginary left? If we go off pattern recognition in history, then the shooter has a higher likelihood of being Republican. So what happens after that? Are you going to declare war on yourselves? Elon Musk made a post saying we must fight or die. And then he posts, if they won't leave us in peace, then our choice is to fight or die. No offense, Elon, but exactly who are you going to fight? A slice of cake? I don't know why they're declaring war when they have no idea who the shooter is. These are the same people that have been making fun of George Floyd for the past 5 years, saying things like he's 5 years sober today. No one talks about him more than them. And these are the same people bashing others online for not caring about the incident that happened to Charlie Kirk. These are the same people declaring war over this. Check out this tough guy right here.
To Charlie Kirk. This video is for the fucking liberals. It's war, motherfuckers. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. And spare me your fucking self-righteous bullshit lectures. I don't give a fuck. We're coming for you.
So now we have a bunch of MAGA threatening gun violence, to include Elon Musk and Donald Trump, who is encouraging this response. Let's watch the video of Trump's response to all of this.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for...
Correction, he fought for racism, homophobia, sexism, discrimination, transphobia. He actually fought for gun violence. He also fought against empathy, but continue.
He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible.
That is literally, we're living in two different Americas at this point, because how do you not understand what you've been doing this whole time? I mean, influencers that support you do to everybody else. How do you not understand how bad that is until something bad happens to you or somebody you know? How are you that out of touch with reality? In my last video, I made the point of saying, I think the most kind and giving people have been through the most excruciating pain in this lifetime. And the people that don't have any empathy or sympathy or can't express it or aren't even aware of it have not been through any actual challenge or hardships in their life. And that's why they treat everybody so poorly. And the second they get an ounce of pressure or pushback or anything, all of a sudden they want your empathy and sympathy. All of a sudden it's, hey guys, you shouldn't call people names, when they've been calling you names for the past 9 years. I don't get it. My definition of integrity is living your truth. So if you tell someone not to do something, that means you are not going to do that either. If you tell people it is bad to do these things, that means you do not do these things. I mean, for goodness sake, you wanted to free the police officer that had his knee on George Floyd's neck. You've convinced your following that he's somehow innocent when he murdered somebody in broad daylight, and they're harassing this man after death 5 years later. Fast forward to now, Charlie Kirk unfortunately passes. I wish death upon nobody. And now it's things have gotten out of control in America, and now it's we need to stop saying bad things about people. Him saying bad things is why this incident happened in the first place. The hate speech that Donald Trump has allowed has increased the level of violence in this country because people are getting emboldened to treat other people like garbage, and they're harming disenfranchised and burdened communities by putting fear and hate in people's heart towards these communities on a day-to-day basis. So what do you think the outcome is going to be when there's no consequence? How are you the president? You are supposed to be a leader, and you do not know how to prevent these things. How do you not know that doing A, B, C, and D leads up to E, F, G, and H? Doing all this talk about the left and how they're doing these things. Once again, most political shooters are Republican, something like 92%, some crazy number. And what happens if the shooter's Republican? Then what? Do we just stop talking about it like the shooter that tried to shoot Trump? Do we just stop talking about it like the mass shooters that were Republican? Do we just stop talking about it like the person who killed the political officials out in Minnesota and he was Republican too? Or do we just wait till one is finally a Democrat and declare war on them? You are fighting violence without knowing who the shooter is. Your reaction is why I'm led to believe this was a Republican. And I want to be very clear. When I say Republican, and I think when most people say Republican, they mean MAGA, which happens to be the majority of Republicans. Let's continue.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now.
Whoa, free speech is over, everybody. The president of free speech, it's over now. Now that he realizes free speech can harm somebody, now that free speech has negatively impacted his life in the most smallest way possible, free speech needs to stop right now. Now, when black people were stupid, when women were incapable, when trans people were violent, when Mexicans were illegal immigrants, all that free speech, that was cool. All of that was good. The free speech that people use to lie about these communities to make people look at them in a negative light and impact them on an everyday basis, making these people have to live their lives with an immense amount of stress. All that free speech is good. Traumatizing black communities for 400 years. All of that free speech was good. Making fun of George Floyd for 5 years for getting murdered. All of that free speech was good. Charlie Kirk calling black women morons. Let's go to that video. When Donald Trump called Kamala DEI and said the radical left lunatics are stealing, the immigrants are taking your jobs. Fight like hell. Fight. When the looting starts, the shooting starts, all of that free speech was good. When Trump told people to raid the White House on January 6th, all that free speech was good. Even when somebody died, it was still good. But now, after a decade of hate speech, saying black women don't have the brain processing power to take any political positions and they're taking a white person's spot, Charlie Kirk's words. Saying that if a woman gets raped, she needs to keep the baby, Charlie Kirk's words. Saying that anytime a doctor or a pilot is black, he automatically assumes they're DEI, or if they're a woman or a person of color, Charlie Kirk's words. Spreading lies that people of color are violent and don't raise their kids, Charlie Kirk's words. For goodness sakes, Michelle Obama has a bachelor's degree from Princeton and Harvard. Charlie Kirk didn't even finish community college talking about a dang DEI. That's why he doesn't even know what DEI is. He didn't even graduate college. Calling a black woman that graduated college DEI. Now, according to Donald Trump, all of that hate speech is good. But calling somebody a Nazi for saying things a Nazi would say, for being a Nazi, for doing things Nazis do. I mean, terrorizing neighborhoods in black mass with the N-word on a flag, yelling death to Jewish people. All of that is good. But being called a Nazi, now that's where free speech, that's where we draw the line. I don't think these people want free speech. I think Trump and people like him want freedom from consequence. This guy is so racist, he doesn't even want to be called a Nazi. That's how racist he is. Why don't you embrace it? Why don't you embrace it at this point, Trump? Just embrace it. Just embrace it. Why are you scared of being called racist? You know what you are. To sit here and have the audacity to use these words after years of pain, suffering, PTSD, stress, trauma on a day-to-day basis. I mean, tearing apart communities of color. You couldn't begin to understand the pain of the people I just described. Nervous systems all out of whack because of people like you and the ones that support you and the things you've said about us and convince people that aren't even true. But this is where you draw the line. Nazi! Y'all let me know if I'm out of my mind right here. I'm just mind blown at the words that came out of this mouth. Let's continue.
We're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country.
I don't know what judges have to do with this, but this sounds like a setup for martial law at this point. I'm actually going to make another video on some theories that people have come up with behind this incident, but I do want to finish this Trump video with you first so we can both hear it together.
From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people.
He did not just call that radical left political violence. He's actually lost his mind. I want to be very clear when I say this. This man is the biggest danger to America I've ever seen in my life. He is the biggest threat to American sovereignty. If America truly wants peace, he is the one man standing in the way of all of that. And I actually think he's trying to make people angrier. I think he wants discourse and chaos, because distracted people are easier to control. Release the Epstein files, Donald Trump. Release the Epstein files. One more minute. We can do this. Let's just watch the rest. No more interruptions. Let's do it.
And taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died. The values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
These people are so insane. They're declaring war within their own country. Truly, who are you going to fight? We need to take away their guns at this point. We have Americans declaring war against half of other America when they don't even know who the shooter is. No motive at all. It hasn't even been a year of Trump, by the way. So before I end this video, I just want to say, release the Epstein files. We need those Epstein files. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment on what you like to see next time, and I will see you then.